Hi, everyone. Welcome back. In this episode, we will look at their performance from the perspective of the Russians. According to the Institute of War Studies, the Russians continued their counterattack against Ukraine's main salient in Kursk Oblast, but made no confirmed progress. You can see that they relied on tanks and APCs to carry out a mechanized offensive of reinforced platoons. In addition, we can see that the Russians installed anti-aircraft guns on armored vehicles. Due to the lack of equipment, this practice can be seen everywhere in the Russian military's videos. The Russians also used drones to coordinate the ground forces' attack. From the drone's perspective, the Russian army is using APCs to attack the Ukrainian positions in the windbreak. Yes, this time the Russians did not use large-scale armored columns. In the attack on the trenches, they also learned Ukrainian tactics. They continued to attack the soldiers in the trenches with drones. In some videos, you can even see them using Lancet drones to attack infantry, but you know, this kind of drone is not cheap. Of course, they also used FPV drones to attack Ukrainian armored vehicles. Yes, this tactic was used extensively by both sides on the Russian-Ukrainian battlefield. However, judging from previous videos, the Ukrainian army's drone forces are more professional. They even added a drone battalion to the organization of a brigade. When the Russian FPV drone attacks tanks, they will attack from behind. They know the weaknesses of the tanks they produce. This kind of attack is almost fatal to Russian tanks. The explosion will throw the entire turret into the sky. Next, let's take a look at a few more Russian attack scenes.
Груженое, чистое.
In the infantry's mission, in addition to driving the Ukrainians out of their positions, they also have an important task. That is, after occupying the settlement, they need to plant the flag in a conspicuous place, then report to the superiors. This has become a routine in all Soviet countries. You can even see that in some of their film and television dramas, soldiers would rather charge with red flags than find obstacles to avoid bullets.
15-й гвардейской Александрийской бригады «Черные гусары» освободили и зачистили шахту имени Караченко в городе Селидово. Враг будет разбит, победа будет за нами. Ура! Ура! Ура!
The Ukrainian army does not always win, and will also face casualties and equipment losses. This is the true reflection of the cruelty of war. Among the equipment captured by the Russians, many of them can still be started normally except for the damaged moving parts. For example, this armored vehicle in front of us, except for the damaged tires, it looks like it just came out of the factory. Of course, after these equipment are repaired, they will be remarked by the Russian army and then put into the battlefield. A Russian tank is taking off a Ukrainian tank, and they plan to repair it and put it back into the battlefield. From the appearance of the tank, it is obvious that it ran over a mine, and the explosion caused it to lose a track. After losing its ability to move, it was abandoned by the Ukrainian army. In the Russian army's field factory, it will regain a track. In this repair shop, you can also see several tanks being repaired. At the same time, other equipment captured by the Russian army can also be seen. This armored vehicle was also captured by the Russian army. It looks very new and complete. The Russians have sprayed their logo on the body of the vehicle and put it into combat sequence. The soldier is showing us the internal structure of the armored vehicle. From these details, we can also see that it has not been used many times. In addition, the Russian army also displayed the destroyed Ukrainian armored vehicle. The vehicle had been burned and discolored, but from the outline, it was a BTR for armored vehicle. This vehicle was developed by Ukraine, and it improved the Russian BTR and was more suitable for use on the battlefield. There were also various weapons placed next to the vehicle body, and it seemed that it had experienced a fierce battle before. Of course, these weapons were also put back on the battlefield by the Russians. They will retrain the soldiers so that they can quickly master the use of these weapons. After all, this is completely different from Russian weapons. However, the Russians put Western weapons back on the battlefield, which not only shows their unique tactical value, but also shows the shortage of Russian equipment. The above is all the content of this video. Thank you again for watching. If you like my video, please like and forward it for me. Your support is the greatest encouragement to me.